Hey there, 8th grade. You've probably noticed I'm not here today, but I still wanted to be able to walk you through exactly what to do to start your PowToon project. And I've been playing around with it, and it's super fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. First things first, let's talk about what was due yesterday. You were supposed to do your research. You picked either a country or a state to do your research on. You found 15 facts from at least 4 different sources, and you turned that in right here with inquiry and research. If you haven't done that yet, please make sure that's your top priority, because you can't make your PowToon animation without research to pop into that presentation. So that really should come first. Let me now show you this updated page right here called PowToon Resources and Tutorials. I'm going to click that. And you'll notice this video that you're watching right now will be right here. If you ever need to go back to it, it's called the Friis How to Get Started video. And then this video right here, this is that one that we've been watching the past, like last week and yesterday. The lady who talks, it looks like this. Let me show you right here. She talks all about the basics of PowToon. I think she does a fantastic job of walking you through step by step how to start a project from scratch. And you're going to want to start a project from scratch as well. This video, though, I'd like to be really specific about what to click on to actually get you started and get you going, because it seems overwhelming and it's really not. Once you get started on a project and kind of put down the skeleton of it, then you'll be able to add in all of the fun stuff, and I'll show you how to do that right now. But before I do, I want you to see the big picture. So here's your project guidelines. Remember, you're going to want to, this is a presentation, and make no mistake, this will be shown to class, in class for feedback. So we want to start with one title slide. Very easy. It's just going to include the title of your project. So maybe, like for me, I've decided to do Alaska. Nobody picked that state. I'm going to do Alaska. So maybe my title is Wild Alaska, because we know Alaska has a lot of crazy wildlife and really interesting terrain and topography and land and wildlife, of course. So I might pick like Wild Alaska, and then of course on my title slide as well would be my name, by Mrs. Friis. Then you're going to need 7 content slides. You're going to pop in your 15 pieces of research into those 7 slides, any which way you want to. Maybe it's 2 per slide, or you have 3 on one, however you want to handle that. It's really up to you to decide what would go well with what. So putting your facts together in a smart way. So maybe you're putting your geography facts together all on one slide. If that makes sense to you, go for it. You want to make sure you have at least 1 to 2 photos of your topic per slide. So if I'm doing wildlife in Alaska, I want to have at least a couple of pictures of wildlife in Alaska. So maybe a couple of different animals or whatever it is that my topic is talking about for that slide. And then of course, at least 2 or 3 different effects or animations. And all that means is you're adding in cool ways that the fonts and the quotes and facts are coming in, and the way that your photos pop up. You just want to make sure that it looks really interactive and there's always something moving. And you do that by going to the effects tab. Last thing you'll need is just 1 closing slide. That'll be where you're going to be popping in all of the websites that you use, and that can just come in all at once, however you want to do it. So 1 title slide, 7 content slides in the middle, and then 1 closing slide. Let me show you how I would go about starting this project. I'm going to go over here to PowToon. I have already logged in. If you haven't logged in before, remember, you can absolutely link up your student Google account, and it'll automatically let you into PowToon that way. And you should obviously never be paying for anything. PowToon has a free version. Definitely use the free version. I'm using the free version as well. And yeah, you can go to some of these templates that already exist, but I'm going to be really honest with you. I played around with those first, and they're really constraining, meaning it doesn't let you add in anything cool on your own, and it kind of confines you to only one style. This is what I think you should do, is go right up here to where it says create, right up here on the left-hand corner. And then when you hover over that, it'll say start from scratch. And yes, you want to start from scratch, which doesn't mean that it's going to be making it harder. I promise. There's templates within this, and I'll show you that. The one you're going to want to pick is horizontal. That is the best for presentations, to be viewed as videos on the web. So we're going to click horizontal. It says it's loading awesomeness. Yeah, it is. And then here we go. So you can kind of take a look at which one you want this to be, because it's going to give you a style of the one that you're making from scratch. This one has a lot of different like cartoon type characters. So does this one, but it's more of like a different style of cartoon. Again, more cartoon, but more like superhero cartoons. This one's an infographic. Maybe you might want to pick this one. I highly suggest this one. It's called Reel. It's the one that is really easy for you to upload actual pictures of your state or of your country. And there's a lot of freedom with this one. So you're going to click Reel. I would, at least. And once you have it, there it is. You're ready to get started. And what's really, let me move me around here, put this right over there. What's really cool about this is that now you can pick from over here how you want to start this project. So like I said, right back over here, we need to start with a title and our name for our title page. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to go over here where it says intros because I need an intro. It's the very beginning of our project. So I'm going to click maybe this, and then you can kind of see, here's all these templates that you can use for your intro. I'm going to, oh, perfect. Hello. Alaska's all about mountains. So I'm going to pick this one because that is perfect for me. No doubt. And notice all you have to do is just highlight stuff and then type in what you want to make it be. And then maybe for my subtitle down here, I'm just going to put by Mrs. Friis. Perfect. I've got my title. I've got my name. I can put my logo right there, but if I don't need to, I can just click on this and like get rid of it completely. I can add in something else if I had wanted to. But I like the looks of this. This is looking great so far. Let me show you though how you add in effects or animations. This is the fun part, I think. You click on this and then you're going to go to whatever you want to like affect or have a cool thing for. You're going to click on it. And you're going to go up here to this, which is the settings. And then you're going to come over here to where it says effects right here. And by the way, this is where if I had enough time and I was really taking my time with this, I could change all sorts of things. I could change the color of the wild Alaska, maybe to this beautiful blue. I could change the fonts if I wanted, bold, underline, italic, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to do effects because effects is what makes everything move and look really cool. You can do, I can make it the writing it. So if somebody's like actually writing the wild Alaska part, I could make it come in from the left or the right or whatever. I'm going to do right and see how that looks. Now notice, let me see if I can click out of this. Right down here is let me get rid of that. Right down here is so important because down there is like your timeline. It's letting you know what's coming in when and where and how. And so right here, you can tell if you click this, certain parts of this is coming in then. And if you click this, it'll show you what parts. Like if I click this, it's showing me that my Mrs. Friis comes in right here. If I click that, it's showing me that the whole thing is here. I'm just going to click play just to see like what's going on here. Oh, sorry. Let me go back this way. Nice. So really basic. Because I added in somebody writing it, it's putting somebody writing it right there in the middle. If I wanted to do more with that, I totally could. I could pause it right there. I could click this. If I'm like, ugh, I don't really like that writing stuff, I'm just going to have it. I'm going to go over here to effects again and have it come in. Maybe I want it to pop. And a lot of this, I had to click on it to even know what they were talking about. I was like, well, what's pop? Let me try this one out. So you just click that, click out of it here. Click play. Let's see what pop's all about. Oh, come back here. Stop it. Oh, okay. It just pops in. Cool. And maybe I want to do that with this one or whatever. So many different options, so many ways for you to customize this. The possibilities are endless. And that's what I think is really cool about PowToon. After you get yourself a solid beginning slide, and this one's a little boring. If I had more time and I wasn't trying to like take up too much of your class time, I definitely add in a lot of other things to it, which you should too. But I'm kind of trying to go quickly through this so I can show you how to put in your other slides. What I would do right over here is where you're going to add in like kind of like a storyboard, what the order is of all of your different slides. And remember, let me back up over here. I said we needed 7 content slides and 1 closing slide. So let me just put all of those in right away. So that way I am not forgetting that I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 closing one. Perfect. Now I can see right over here all of the different slides I'm going to play around with. And obviously you're not going to finish this today. You have today, Thursday to work on it. You also are going to have tomorrow, Friday to work on it. And then I'll be back Monday and I want to kind of see where you're at with that. You might need all of Monday as well before we start showing these to each other and getting feedback and stuff. And I'm going to be working on my Alaska one too, because mine's obviously, hopefully going to be as good as y'all's. You always blow me out of the water with that. I'm going to go up here to the second one. So you can tell here it is. And what's nice is that you can still go over here and grab yourself some sort of a cool template. I'm going to go into like, I don't know, concepts. Let me just try this one out. See what we got in here with concepts. Remember, I'm now working within my content slides. So I'm going to be adding in a couple of different facts about Alaska. So now I'm ready to get into like the actual meat of the project. So I'm going to scroll down until I see something that looks like halfway decent, but also something that I would be able to add my own customization to. I'm not loving these, to be honest with you. I'm going to go over here to like grids. Oh, I guess I could do grids because what that essentially is going to be is different photos that I can pop into this. Let me try this out. I'm going to pop in these right here because now it's like asking me basically like, well, put in your own photos. No problem. I'm going to see if PowToon actually has any photos that I can use about Alaska. So I'm going to come right over here and I'm pretty sure that I'm able to look for photos. Oh yeah, right over here. So if I go over here to photos this way, maybe I'm going to go into images and see, I'm going to search up here. I'm just like randomly going to see, maybe they have something about Alaska. Ooh, I love it. Notice this one I can't use because it's pro, of course. It's beautiful. So of course they want you to pay money for it. You just stick to all the free stuff. This is a beautiful little white polar fox in habitat. Looks fabulous. I'm going to take that, and then obviously you can, I don't really want to stretch him that way, but for the sake of time, that's fine. I can insert, I wonder why it won't just like populate itself, but I'll just leave it right there for now. And then maybe I'm going to do show more. Got anything else on Alaska? Of course not. It's all pro, but you can always, of course, ooh, great. Flickr to the rescue. Flickr had some good stuff. I'm going to do this. Obviously, yours is going to look better than mine. And I don't think we can get rid of this giant PowToon logo, but all right, PowToon, fine. You can advertise on each and every one of my slides. There we go. Awesome. So this isn't perfect, but at least I got a couple of photos on here. And now I might be ready to pop in some text. So notice you come over here to this text box right here, and I'm running out of time, but I'm going to, there we go. Perfect. So when you click this, it says text, and it'll allow you to pop in like add body text. Perfect. Right there. And all I'm going to do is go over here. Oop, where did I put that? Right here. I found this from alaska.org. I'm just going to copy and paste this. You would obviously go back into your research that you've already done, and you can just copy and paste that right there. And then you can't really see it very well. Let me just click out of here and move it this way. I'll put it right here. That looks great on top of that Arctic or Alaskan fox. Come on now. And then obviously I can change the colors. I can, make it opaque, but you definitely want to add in an effect. So I'm going to go over here to effect, and we're going to figure out maybe a cool one with this. And you can also add in a sound as well, which is really neat too. I'm going to say word by scale. I wonder what that does. I want it to do more than just like pop. Oh, great. Here's some stuff. You got to scroll down. If you want it to like slide in or slide up, I'm going to have it slide up, and I'm also going to add maybe a hand that slides it up. This one looks great. I'm going to add a sound. Whoosh 4. We'll try out Whoosh 4 and we'll see what that looks like. Obviously, I put it way over here, but I can move it wherever I might want it to be. Let me see what that does. Whoop, so quick. Let's go back here. Go back to this. Nice. And of course, you can mess around down here, and we'll play around next week, especially with like timing and dragging things to be able to make sure that like it's long enough to where you're able to read it and whatnot. If I were you, I would start with just putting everything into your slides where you want it, putting in all your pictures, putting in all of your different quotes, and making sure each slide looks a little different. Like I wouldn't want to use this template with 2 pictures side by side for every single one of these slides. You want each one to have a variety. You want cool stuff with that. And next week, we'll really work on doing a lot of the finishing touches, making sure that the timing is right, your effects look cool, that there's a wide variety of stuff. But this is definitely enough to get you going. I think after you watch this video, if you would like to watch hers, Jen Johnson, I believe her name is right here. What was her name? Yeah, Jen Johnson. She has even more tips and tricks to really push you to that next level. So feel free to watch hers on your own as well. But anyway, I hope you have a really great day. Remember, you're going to be working on this today and tomorrow on Friday. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm still available by email. And yeah, be on your best behavior. You always are. You're my favorite class. And I hope you have a good one. Bye. Have a good weekend too.